Hi everyone, it's Meredith with Pop Vintage and Home, and I'm excited to give you a preview of a junk journal project I'm working on. I am doing a vintage cake and cake decorating journal. I bought this vintage cake decorating set a couple of weeks ago at Vintage Market Days. It's a great old box, and I decided to take the cover. What I'm going to do is take the cover of the box and make it the cover of a journal. I bought the set for just $5. Great price. I will use the icing tool for sure when I make cakes. But I just loved the cover of the box and figured it would be a great cover for a junk journal. And I'll probably take the bottom of this box and use it as the back cover, and I'll just cover it with a piece of fabric or a picture. So that's gonna be the cover. And I've started pulling out pages. I don't know how many signatures it's gonna be yet. I have 2 complete signatures. So we can flip through them together. So I have a doily. It's not a vintage doily, unfortunately. It's just from the dollar store. But all of the other pictures in the journal are from vintage cookbooks or vintage Wilton cake decorating catalogs. So we'll flip through. This is gonna be a pocket like that. This came from a vintage crochet magazine. We've got a piece of vellum. This is cardstock. This is from a vintage cookbook. Vintage greeting card. Kool-Aid dyed paper. Another fun vintage cake from a vintage cake cookbook. Brayered paper. This is a page from a Nancy Drew mystery. My daughter used to love the Nancy Drew mysteries. I think she read all of them. Vintage stationery. Wrapping paper. This is from a Better Homes and Gardens recipe binder. Vintage ledger paper. And that's the center of the signature. Petty fours, gift wrap, there's the bottom of that confetti cake, the other side, the inside of the greeting card. And obviously I have not done any embellishing on these pages yet. Now that I have a sewing machine, I'm going to try and use more sewed in features to this journal. So sewing in vintage trims and rickracs and ribbons and fabrics and things like that. And here's the bottom of the diamond anniversary cake. So that's one signature. Here's the other signature. It also starts with the same doily. This is a trio of birthday cakes. I love this one with the parasols. This is cardstock, coffee dyed paper, another vintage greeting card, This is gift wrap. It's not vintage. I got it at TJ Maxx, but I just loved the turquoise and white and the gold glitter. It reminded me of vintage sheets. This is vintage lined paper from school that I probably got in school when I was in 4th grade or something. This is from a vintage cake book. Here is an envelope, and this is from a vintage crochet book. This is vintage wrapping paper, cardstock, vellum, and a page from the Better Homes and Gardens binder cookbook. That's the inside of the signature. The classic Chocolate Devil's food cake with that awesome swirled fudge frosting. Yum. I love the illustrations. These vintage ladies are so much fun on the other side of the page from the crochet book. This is a lemon poppy seed tea cake that's frosted in a beautiful lemon frosting. There's the coffee dyed paper, the cardstock, and there's the bottom cake in the cake trio. So that's what I have so far. As you can tell, I love cakes. To this day, I love making cakes. This is something I inherited from my mom. My mom, when I was little, in the 1980s, she took a cake decorating course, a Wilton cake decorating course, and she always made the best birthday cakes for me. It's just one of the many happy memories I have from my childhood. Are the cakes my mom made for me and for my brother for our birthdays. And now as a grown-up with kids of my own, I take so much pleasure in making my kids' birthday cakes. So I actually have some photographs here, and I'm gonna show you some of the cakes that I had as a kid, not all of which were made by my mom, but they're just fun. They're just fun photos of fun old photos. So this is a picture of me and my giant cheeks blowing out the candles on this birthday cake. My mom did not make this cake. This cake was obviously bought from a bakery. At the time when I was this little, my aunt was living in the north end of Boston, which is an Italian neighborhood, and so there were, and still are to this day, amazing Italian bakeries. And I think my aunt got this cake from a famous Italian bakery in Boston, Montilio's. And I'll never forget when she took it out of the box and it was just covered with pink frosting and these frosting roses that look gigantic to my little 2 or 3 year old eyes. So here I am blowing out the candles. It's 3 candles. My mom always did 1 for good luck, so maybe I'm turning 2 here. And that's my brother in the background, ready to give me an assist. And that's my mom holding me. So this, I think, is my 3rd birthday. Again, judging by the number of candles, my mom always did an extra candle for good luck. Look at this beautiful cake. My mom did not make this one. This was a couple years before she took the Wilton decorating course. Oh my God, you can see look at the wallpaper we had in our kitchen. Oh my God. Look at that Flower Power wallpaper. It was brown and gold and like a deep marigold yellow, and the combination of stripes and wild flowers. I mean, if that doesn't say 1970s, I don't know what does. But back to the cake. So I think my aunt must have gotten this one at Montilio's too. So I was a pretty lucky kid to be getting these amazing cakes from this fine Boston bakery. And I love that apparently I had Snoopy Peanuts party wear. That's Woodstock. I see Woodstock. And to this day, I love Snoopy and the Peanuts. The last picture is a picture of a cake my mom made, and just to set expectations, this is a cake she made before she took the Wilton decorating course, so it's not one of her best, but it's certainly one of my favorites from when I was a kid. I had a Wonder Woman themed birthday party when I turned 4. The show Wonder Woman with Linda Carter was on TV at the time, and I loved it. I loved her. I loved Wonder Woman. It was my favorite show to watch. I think it was on Sundays. And so I had a Wonder Woman themed birthday party. So my mom made me a Wonder Woman birthday cake. And I had my Wonder Woman Barbie doll. She lost one of her boots, but my mom put her beside the cake. And I loved the vividness of the colors of this cake. The deep royal blue, the red, the intense yellow. I loved all the little sugar decorations. I used to love to eat those. They used to taste so good. And I just, to this day, I remember this cake even without the photographs. And this candle here, this is a birthday shrinky dink my brother made. We were way into shrinky dinks as kids, and we ruined a lot of my mom's cookie sheets baking those shrinky dinks in the oven. And this was her, I don't know how well you can see it, but the Formica countertop she had in the kitchen. So a little blast from my past to explain why this cake decorating journal is going to mean so much to me. And I look forward to doing more work on it with you. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing for more, and tell me about, in the comments, your best birthday cake memory from your childhood or adulthood. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.